Hello, and thanks for joining us on City Talk. I am Maria Sorreo, joined today by our Mayor Pro Tem, Anthony Misetich, and Tom Odom, who is the Director of Park and Recreation.
Hi.
Gentlemen, thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
Now, we're going to have some fun stuff to talk about today because there's so much going on with Park and Rec. So let's just kind of dive right into it, Tom. Let's just talk about some of the fun things that are going on, some of the projects.
Well, we have a lot of activities going on this in upcoming months.
Right.
The big activity coming up in a couple of weeks is our egg extravaganza.
Yes.
Where Mr. Peter Rabbit will be there.
The
Greet
Easter
the
Bunny,
kids.
of
Yeah.
course, yes.
Peter Rabbit himself.
Yes.
In person.
We're pretty high up. He takes care of our community first, so yes.
And that would be at Ladera Linda Community Center.
Okay.
And we had a great turnout last year, and the weather was beautiful. We're hoping for the same thing this year, and fills up fast.
It really does, yes.
You know, I'd encourage everybody to register with the Parks and Rec office.
And what time does that start? Is that
It begins at 10 a.m.
Okay, so it's in the morning, okay.
and goes to around 11 a.m.
Great.
And turn in your eggs for prizes and
great.
and goodies and treats. So
And who gets
a lot
to
of
hide
happy
all the
kids.
eggs?
Well, you know, it's interesting because
Council people.
Yeah, exactly, to keep them busy.
it's a good thing. We lay out all the eggs out on the field and let the kids loose in age groups, and it's a great time.
You know, speaking of that, I think that's such a childhood memory. I remember being maybe 4 or 5 years old where I was growing up and doing that, and it's such a fun thing to do. So
It's a wonderful time. I was there last year along with the council members, and it's great. It's what the community is all about.
It is.
Watching the kids and their parents too.
Absolutely.
Everybody's having a wonderful
Everyone
time.
has fun. Now let's get to the ballparks, because I know that there's a lot of renovations going on with some of the parks, and this is sort of a big undertaking for us.
Yes, the field refurbishments for Upper Hess Park and for Ryan Park are currently underway.
Okay.
This is something that the council is really behind, and we appreciate the emphasis and the support of city staff in developing active recreation in Rancho Palos Verdes.
Right.
We have enormous amount of passive recreation. Active recreation is something that we're going to improve here for our residents and for the youth in our community.
Right.
It was something that incidentally was very important to me when I ran for council.
Okay.
Is that I felt that we needed more ball fields
Right.
in RPV. And so with the support of my colleagues and staff, we're improving some of the fields and adding some more.
Now,
So it's great.
how is that project coming along, and when is it expected to be completed?
Well, we're expected to complete both fields by July.
Okay.
Although we're working on Upper Hess now. We're a little ahead of schedule. The weather put us back a few days, but if you go up there now, you will see the field renovations taking place. It's interesting that those fields, I don't think, have been touched in 20, 25 years.
Wow.
So it's a complete renovation. We'll do a lot of grading, leveling the playing surfaces, new turf, natural turf, backstops, new pitching mounds, restriping. So it's going to be multi-purpose fields.
I think we might have to bring some baseball bats and balls out there when we open it up, don't you?
Don't forget
Absolutely.
football.
And a football too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Okay, well, yeah, I'll make a note of that. That sounds great. And let's talk a little bit about the goats, because I think that people hear about the goats and they don't really understand how this all works.
They can watch the goats every first Tuesday and third Tuesday on Channel 33. when
That's
they
right.
Tune in at a council meeting.
That's those are different goats.
We poked a lot of fun at ourselves
We
at the last
do.
council meeting.
That's
regarding
okay.
But it's a natural way of doing fuel modification.
Correct.
The council is very supportive of it. I think the community members are very supportive of us using a natural way to do fuel modification. And it is a great thing for the kids to come out and watch the goats do their thing.
It's fun. Now, what about the Ranger program?
The Ranger program is sort of similar as far as a dual purpose. We started out, their primary mission is enforcement of the open preserves. A lot of people love to walk their dogs, and they have to be on leash.
Yep.
So that's one of their duties, to enforce the rules and regulations of the open space areas and the trail use. But there again, we've used them for dual purposes with the council's support, and that is a junior ranger program, which we have youth participating in that program on a Saturday monthly basis. And they go through a bunch of different courses, safety, trail use, environmental use. So we're making good stewards of the youth, the young people as they come up.
In fact, on the way driving over here, Maria, I saw the ranger working in the preserve.
Oh.
So not only are they busy at night, they're also
Busy during the day.
They're busy during the day.
No, we have a lot of other really fun events like the 4th of July. And let's talk about some of the other things that we do with Park and Rec.
Well, 4th of July, of course, is one of our main events.
Yes.
It's a great event. It's really a throwback to the old days when people got together and shared their community on a very wonderful day. Which is dual meetings for me. I got married on July the 4th.
You did, so that's a special day for you.
Yeah, it's I like to say that I gave up my independence on Independence Day.
Hopefully it's a day you don't forget either.
But we have a lot of activities, a lot of people attending that event, and there again, it's the sense of community and community
There
life.
really is.
I like
that
the
we
format
enjoy.
of that event. It's where vendors in the community can set up booths,
Right.
or nonprofits can set up their booths, and they get people to stop by, and people are mingling and walking through all the booths, and it gives you a great sense of community, and it's just a wonderful event that we have here in Rancho Palos Verdes.
Well, and it's amazing because we, of course, cover it every year, and the same people, you see them coming back year after year. And I have to tell you, the pie eating contest is the hit always. I mean, that is like the most fun to watch. Everybody just have a great time, dive in, and everybody enjoys that. So, it's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know why the food tastes so much better on July the 4th.
It
but
does, though,
They've got
doesn't
some
it?
great food vendors there, and the music's always good, and people getting up and dancing, and kids on the dance floor. It's really a wonderful time.
Well, I think that people really like outside activities, and of course, we've got such a beautiful place to be outside all the time. So whenever you get a chance to do a night hike or just experience something that you may not have the opportunity to do, I think it's something that everybody always wants to be involved with. So it's pretty cool. So anything else that we wanted to touch upon?
Well, we have the Pitch Hit and Run event coming up May
Okay.
the 1st, and this is the second year. And last year, we had one of our kids make it to the Angel Stadium
Right.
at the finals, so that was exciting.
That's great.
And we're looking forward, to that again.
We do have a lot of kids out of our high schools in the Palos Verdes area getting baseball scholarships. And what a great way to start here
Absolutely.
with a program sponsored by Rancho Palos Verdes.
That's right. And it's interesting because when you go out to soccer or baseball fields here, there are so many kids out there. You're like, where are all these kids from? And they're from here. They're very serious about sports. Yep, so they have a lot of fun. Well, very good information, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being with us, and I'm sure we're going to visit with you again really soon.
Maria, thank you so
for
much.
having
Thank
us.
you. And as always, you can go to palosverdes.com/RPV for more information. I'm Maria Sorreo. Thank you so much for joining us on City Talk, and we'll see you next time.